Russell. Digging through the crates. Yeah, somewhere under the dust, there's always a story. Saturday afternoon, rain hanging in the sky. Walked into the record shop, 20 in my pocket. That's why I wasn't looking for a hit, wasn't chasing what was new. I was digging for a sound that nobody else knew. Rows of black circles leaning underneath the shelf. Every sleeve had a history, every groove had something else. Finger through the titles, dust falling from the edge. Found a strange little record sitting crooked by the ledge. No name that I knew, no picture on the front, just a faded handwritten number and a label almost gone. Took it to the counter, asked the man what it was. He shrugged and said, probably nothing, you can take it if you want. Dropped the needle later in the basement room. First came the hiss, then the drums went boom. A little piece of soul started filling up the gloom, and I knew right there I'd found something I could use.
It's dust in the crate, gold underneath. Old sound sleeping underneath the street. Digging through the past just to find something new. Sometimes what you lose is what brings you through. Dust in the crate, let the record spin. Find a little rhythm, let the story begin. No diamonds in the case, no watch in the chase. Just a forgotten groove with a beautiful face.
I shot the break carefully, let the rhythm breathe. Moved the pieces round until they sounded like they needed to be. Kick on the one, snare cracking on three. Bass line rolling underneath like a memory. DJ came through with a crate under his arm. Said, I got another one, this might set off the room. We laughed, put the record on and watched the needle dance. Sometimes one little sample gives a whole beat a chance. No software screens glowing, no perfect grid. If the timing felt alive, that's the way that we left it. Little imperfections made the groove hit different, like the drummer might stumble then recover in an instant. We learn from the records, not from chasing trends. How a simple melody can bring strangers in. How a drum break can make a tired heart move. How a forgotten sound can become something new.
Dust in the crate, gold underneath. Old sound sleeping underneath the street. Digging through the past just to find something new. Sometimes what you lose is what brings you through. Dust in the crate, let the record spin. Find a little rhythm, let the story begin. No diamonds in the case, no fortune to chase. Just a forgotten groove with a beautiful face.
Years later, I still keep that record by the wall. Sleeve torn at the corner, but I never let it fall. Every scratch on the surface got a story of its own. Every little mark reminds me where I've grown. People ask why I keep old things around. I tell them every artifact carries a sound. You can throw away the paper, you can paint over the town, but you can't erase the feeling once the needle comes down. The world wants everything polished, everything clean, but beauty sometimes lives where the dust has been. In the basement after midnight, in the space between the beats. In the records nobody wanted, waiting underneath. So I keep digging crates, keep searching through the past, looking for another forgotten rhythm that can last. Because history ain't dead when you put it on wax. Sometimes the oldest sound is the one that brings you back.
Hold up. Run that groove again.
Yeah, that's the one.